Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would work on some of my old world crafts while I talk to you guys about something crazy going on. And yes, someone had asked, is this a +5 hat of smithing? Yes, it is a +5 hat of weaponsmithing. The gamers will appreciate that. And so we've got an interesting story, and I think I've said this in a video before, and I'm going to say to the FBI right now, I told you guys so. I told you this was going to happen. And the FBI has me on record saying this inside their building back in May. That this was going to happen, that this was going to be the source of your next 1 or 2 or 3 psycho fuck serial killers. Would be bodybuilding forum, like misc forums and things. These are like the weirdest, freakish, most autistic group of people you will ever find on the internet, are the people who hang out on these forums. Doesn't matter whether it's bodybuilding.com or fit or wherever these things are. These people are weird as fuck. This is where your psychopaths are coming from. You had Elliot Rogers, who came from there, who killed all those girls. He was one of these miskers. And now you have this Austin Harrouff guy. Alright, so for those who don't know, the other day, Austin Harrouff got a little smaller fitness channel also on YouTube, murdered 2 people, a couple in their 50s, broke into their home, murdered them with a knife, and when the police got there, they found him eating the face of one of them. Now, there were rumors going on these forums that he might have been encouraged to use bath salts and other things, but he's claiming he wasn't on any drugs. And they're doing toxicology and everything right now, and the FBI is saying they haven't found any drugs in his system yet of any type, but they have further testing to do. But yeah, basically, guy was in Florida, was an exercise science student who was an avid goer of some of these bodybuilding misc forums, was a regular on them. And again, the thing I've noticed, you have a lot of people who get on these forums, are these antisocial people, and they have weird ideas, and they already feel rejected by girls, rejected by a lot of people. They get into working out. And since they're all antisocial and basically a lot of sociopaths there, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a sociopath, a percentage of the population is, but not everyone who's a sociopath becomes a bad person. But they ag each other on with weird, crazy stuff. And I mean, a lot of it, I've seen stuff about myself there, and that's why I had to take a lot of it to the FBI originally. So I've talked to the authorities about these forums and the people who hang out in them. And I've told them already, you really need to dedicate a team of people to watching these forums closely, because I promise you that you're going to see your next serial killer come out of these forums. It's like a breeding ground for serial killers, just the behavior and mentality. Like, they're really interesting to observe, the people who hang out on these bodybuilding forums. And it's the training world. We have a little psycho fuck subculture in this whole bodybuilding and fitness world online, and these are guys who got into working out because they feel so socially rejected, and then they find validation in each other by other people who feel socially rejected, who all work out and have an obsession with lifting. And again, they ag each other on to crazy stuff. People agged Elliot Rogers on. People seem to ag this guy on, is what some of the reports coming out are saying. And this is what you see. You have someone like this who is very unstable, very dangerous, and he gets around a bunch of like-minded people, and they'll ag him on. Oh, you should try this. You should take some bath salts. You should, do this, do that. And eventually one of them tries it. And they do the crazy things these other people ag them on to do, and they do this knowing these people are emotionally unstable. And you get what you see here. This young man, who again should have been being watched. His family should have talked about his unusual behavior, maybe to the authorities, but they didn't. And the authorities should be watching these bodybuilding forums. I mean, there seemed to be a breeding ground for this. How many of these psycho fuck serial killers are we going to get coming out of miscellaneous bodybuilding forums before people realize that it's a little tiny subculture that breeds psychopaths, to where they, again, build each other up to do these things and ag each other on to commit horrific acts. And if you guys read any of these various forums, they do, and they target individuals. for their attacks and egg these people on to attack certain people, to stalk certain people. I mean, it's just really crazy stuff that goes on in these places. And yeah, we've seen a second one now. This is number 2 coming out of one of these forums. We're going to have more. And it's something our community needs to be aware of, that you should probably avoid these type of forums in general, because your interaction with some of these people could get you targeted by them for this sort of behavior that they get up to. I mean, it could make you be the source of their stalking and stuff, because these guys are all weird ass stalkers and psychos who hang out in these places. I don't know what else to say about it, but I'm not surprised. And I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I hate to have to say I told you so, and I hate to have to do that after I stood right there and told the feds this, that these forums are going to be the source of your next one. You need to watch every one of these little miscellaneous chat bodybuilding forums, because they're a breeding ground for serial killers. And most of the people who hang out in them are just absolute freaks with crazy, crazy mindsets. And you really need to be aware of that, and you need to watch them. And I promise them, I promise you, I swear to you, the next one of these serial killers is coming out of here. And sure enough, what do you have happen? This Austin Harrouff guy, who again was already showing signs of being unstable, being dangerous. No one caught it. And he goes on to murder 2 people and eat one of their faces. And he's just one of many. There's dozens of others just like him, hanging out on these places. And so my recommendation to all of you, because you work out, you guys are going to bump into some of these people. If you meet anybody who you talk to at the gym or whatever, if they talk to you at all, and they kind of let you know, they hang out on Fit or Bodybuilding Misc or Fit Misc or any of these crazy little sub-forums full of this sort of behavior, you need to be leery of them. You need to watch those people. Be cautious of them. Keep an eye on their behavior, and if they get to acting too crazy, maybe you should alert the authorities and let them know, hey, these people, this person hangs out at the same forum that Elliot Rogers hung out with, that this Austin Harrouff hung out with, and he's, exhibiting some bizarre behavior, and I think he might be dangerous. He might need to be watched. And again, maybe this will be a wake-up call to the authorities to keep a closer watch on these little groups online. Because, I know that they have me on record stating that I think they're a breeding ground for serial killers. You now had 2 of these psycho fucks come out of these forums now that have made it all over national news. And it's just crazy. It's crazy that the bodybuilding community has collected this little group of social outcasts. But it makes sense, because people oftentimes get into lifting because they feel ostracized. They want to feel better than other people. They want to be bigger. They want to be stronger. They want to be attractive to girls because they feel rejected. And they feel different. And so training is an outlet for that. And again, there's a big subculture for lifting on the internet. And so I can see how these people then say, hey, there's other people here, they're in the same interest as me. Maybe they have the same problems I do, meeting girls, being socially awkward, things like that. And they get sucked into these groups. But unfortunately, a lot of the people in these little subgroups are so crazy and delusional. And again, you read enough of them, you'll see what I mean. They're so crazy and delusional that then they interact with other people who are really messed up. And again, it leads to like this crazy group thing to where they're not getting a voice of sanity there, and they get crazy exchanges back and forth, and again, they just ag each other on to crazier and crazier thoughts and mindsets, and before long, you have what you have here. And a lot of these groups have already been noted for gang stalking and stuff online, real life stalking. It's happening quite a bit. That's not making the news, but there are definitely cases of it coming out of these groups. Including my own family has been stalked by them. But then, you're getting these true psychopath killers are coming out of them. And this is now the second case of it. So just something that we as a group need to be aware of. Obviously the authorities need to be aware of it, and I think they pretty much are at this point, because enough people have warned them about it, and now they're getting examples that they're aware. But it's something you need to be aware of. You need to be aware that a lot of these people might go to your gyms. They might be hanging out around your loved ones. You know, they might be singling out your girlfriend or your wife or your daughter at the gym as a victim. Because ultimately a lot of these people with their gang stalking mindset seem to be doing that lately. That's really heavily coming out of the people who frequent these forums. So it's just something to be aware of for all of you out there, just to keep yourself and your loved ones safe. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.